but now we're stressed out. We're stressed out.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Kari here and welcome back to another video on my channel. And today this is going to be the top 5 Intel M-ITX or mini ITX motherboards under $100. So thank you, the copycat, for your suggestion. And so before I do get into this video, I will be leaving a straw poll link in the description to vote if you guys want either my new intro or either my older intro, which was actually kind of fit my theme better for the tech channel. So a lot of you guys have had like mixed feelings for it, but a lot of you guys either liked it a lot or either you guys didn't really like it too much. But anyways, comment down below in the straw poll link down below. Vote to see which intro you'd like better. So it's either my older intro or my newer intro. And yeah, so any further of ado, let's get into the video now. So taking a look here at the first motherboard here, we have the MSI H110 LG1150 socket motherboard. So taking a look here, this is of course, all these motherboards are mini ITX, guys. So what I really like about this is also the price and the features that come with this motherboard. So first of all, the price is only $61.99, but with shipping, it's $3.90. With shipping, it's probably around like $66, which is still pretty cheap and affordable. So taking a look here, it's a blue and black theme. I really like how it's just all black and just a little bit of blue. You can basically cover up the blue with just if you have a GPU or if you have, for example, USB 3.0. So as you can see there, USB 3.0, that's a huge feature on this motherboard for its cheap price. Also has onboard USB 3.0s, and what I really like though is that it has a ton of SATA connectors. It has 4 for a mini ITX motherboard. That's pretty good. And so it has dual RAM channel slots, but as you can see here, it's DDR3 1600, 1333, or 1066. And so yeah, so basically this is just a cheaper option of a motherboard which has all your basically needed features, and it only requires 4-pin connector, which is pretty awesome. And so for the price of $61.99, but $66 if you include shipping, it's a super awesome motherboard for the price. So moving on to the next one here, we have the Asus P8H61-I R2.0 LG1155. So you guys are probably wondering, like, LG1155, like, why is this on the list? So LG1155 is still, like, people use that still because of like their i5-2500K or i7-2600 or 2600K. Those are still usable. Well, yeah, people still use those for like budget rigs, or for example, just like they're still having it in the rig. But that why I basically include this, because I think LG1155 deserves a spot on this list. There's only going to be one LG1155 motherboard on this list, so, and this is it right here. So yeah, so taking a look here at this motherboard, this has 4-star or 4 egg review of out of 5, of course. So taking a look at the price, is $74.99, but you add $2 shipping, so it comes up to $7, yeah, totally $7, $74, or basically just $77. So yeah, so anyways, take a look here. It's just a black and blue theme, and I promise you guys that it's not my fault that I chose a lot of blue for the motherboards. As you can see here, I literally searched up mini ITX motherboard, and just blue just everywhere. Literally every motherboard's like blue, 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 blue. I'm like, okay, bye, have a great time. But yeah, so anyways, once again, take a look here. So of course, it features your USB 3.0, which is pretty awesome. Features your PCI Express slot, and as you can see here, it features 4 SATA 3GB per second. And so the RAM slots though is pretty awesome, because so this motherboard is kind of more expensive because you could actually have overclockable RAM. As you can see here, it does a lot. It has a lot of capacity. Okay, I don't really know what I'm saying, but like compatibility, that's what I was going to say. But as you can see here, it supports DDR3 2200, 2000, 1800, 1600, 1333, or 1066. As you can see, PCI Express 3.0, of course, your onboard USB 3.0, and overall, it's just a super awesome motherboard for the price and for the also performance. But anyways, it only requires a 4-pin connector, and it has a pretty nice looking like just motherboard. It also comes with all your standard stuff like always. But yeah, so this is Windows 8 support, but also Windows 10, Windows 7, and all that stuff there. And yeah, so the reviews, a lot of people like this motherboard a lot, as you can see here. But it doesn't actually have a USB 3.0 front header. like front panel header, but it has onboard USB 3.0. That's what I was trying to say when it actually had USB 3.0. But you could just basically get a USB 2.0 to USB 3.0 adapter on eBay for like, or at eBay for like $3 or something, super cheap, or like $2. So yeah, that's the only downfall to this motherboard, but it's a super nice looking motherboard. It has all your like compatibility stuff and just stuff like that, but all you really need to order is that adapter. But you basically just need to order that adapter for all the motherboards that only have USB 2.0. But yeah, so now let's move on to the next one here, which we have the Asus H110 and so this is the V1.0. There's actually is a V2.0 which has USB 3.0 and also more SATA connectors, but this one here, if I go to this motherboard, just take a look here. So it doesn't really have too many SATA connectors. As you can see, you literally just can't see any right now, but you do see 4, but there actually is, as you can see here, USB 3.0, but you have to actually solder that on yourself. And there also are more SATA connectors, which I literally don't know where it is, but it is on this. You could add more SATA connectors too, but the thing is you actually have to solder it on, and a lot of people don't really want to do that or don't know how. So there is the V2.0, which is more expensive, but take a look here. This is basically your just budget mini ITX motherboard. So of course the socket is LG1150, and so what I really like though is how it just the price is only $44.99, and if you add shipping to it, it's $47. And so it just basically it has all your needs. It has your PCI Express 2.0 slot. It has black SATA cables, which is super awesome. It does actually have USB 3.0, but it doesn't actually have like front panel header USB 3.0. But as you can see here, the DDR3 is DDR3 1600 and 1333. That's what the RAM supports, and it basically just supports your standard stuff like that. But for the price, this is a super awesome motherboard, and I had to recommend it. So, and also has HDMI too if you guys need that. Anyways, let's move on to the next and third keyboard, or fourth motherboard. Sorry, I literally don't know what I'm saying anymore. But taking a look here, this is the Asus H110i plus D3 slash CSM. And what I really like about this motherboard is how it's LGA 1151, so it'll support your Skylake CPUs, which is pretty awesome. So, but the thing is with this motherboard is there's one downfall to it. As you can see here, it's super nice looking, all black with a little bit of gold. It's a gold heat sink, but the thing is, it's how DDR3. Like usually you're like, oh, LG 1151, it's all DDR4, but this one is DDR3. And also DDR3L, which kind of sucks. I really wish it was DDR4, but for the price of only $80 and also free shipping, it's a super awesome motherboard. But taking a look here, it has USB 3.0, as you can see, and also has front panel connectors, USB front panel 3.0 front panel connectors, 4 SATA cables, 4 SATA ports, not cables. What am I saying? Of course, your power connector and also your PCI Express lane. And so, just overall, this is a super awesome motherboard if you're looking for a super cheap mini ITX LG1151. And so, yes, the only downfall is, of course, the DDR3 RAM, but everything else is pretty awesome about this motherboard. And yeah, so now let's move on to the last and final motherboard, which we have the ASROCK H97M. And what I really like about this motherboard, I'm just going to basically show you guys the price of only $86.99 and also $5 shipping. You could just go on Newegg though. Not Newegg, but like it's more expensive on Newegg, so I'd recommend actually buying it on SuperBiz. I'll leave both links in the description down below though. But as you can see, it goes up to around $92 or $91 if my math is correct, but whatever, who cares about math. But taking a look here, what I really like about this motherboard is how it's super clean looking, all black with a little bit of blue, with a blue heatsink and the blue RAM slot. That's what I really like about it. And also it has those blue stickers too. It didn't have like some random like red or yellow stickers or something like that, but it has a PCI Express 3.0 lane, and also it has these SATA connectors are actually 6 gigabytes, and there's actually 5 of them, which is super awesome. And of course your standard 24 pin and your USB 3.0 front panel connectors. And so this has actually got the Tom's Hardware 2015 recommend, and so it's LG 1150. It does almost go up to $100 though, but that's under our price point still. But overall, this is a super cheap, or not super cheap, but like little bit more expensive, but it's super, like, there's just ton of features on this motherboard, as you can see here. Super nice looking. And taking a look here at this RAM, you can do DDR3 1600 and 1333, and also 1066, and of course it'll support all your LG 1150 socket CPUs. But sorry if for this video that I'm like speaking terribly. I literally don't know what's wrong with me right now. I'm kind of tired though, because I just went to go play basketball. But yeah, so that's gonna basically conclude this. Of course, it has some pretty good reviews too. And yeah, so the one I'd recommend the most is probably the first one, the MSI H110, because for its super cheap and affordable price, it supports your USB 3.0 front panel connectors. It has 4 SATA connectors. Like, it just has a ton of features. As you can see here, it actually has SATA 6 gigabyte per second, and also 3 gigabytes. So this is just a super awesome motherboard for the price. And I just hit my microphone there, sorry about that. But overall, it's just a super awesome motherboard, and I recommend this out of all of them. But anyways, that will be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, in the straw poll link in the description down below, the intro, not really, like, okay, I literally don't know what I'm saying, but the intro, like, if you guys want my older one or my newer one, to basically just choose between them, it'll be in the description down below. So please vote. I actually am curious, because I've got mixed motions of that. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching once again, and thank you all so much for the support. We're already at like 1.5k, which is super awesome. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, goodbye.